snuggle close together like two birds of a feather would be. Let's take
All right, I was just watching the what do they call it? Trailer for Beekeepers movie. And apparently we can't play it because it has naughty language.
I thought they got out of the naughty language business.
Yeah, that's what he told us. So what was our friend's name? We just called David? Yeah. Well, we have the star of the Beekeepers now in the studio.
Ooh, an actor.
Alice, a thespian.
What'd you call me?
So what's this movie about? I will tell you, I turned the trailer on, and these four goofy-looking dudes come on, and I just started laughing right away. It's just funny, just at first glance.
Your tongue was sticking out, and you did the thing. It was awesome.
Now I'm looking at it. I got the trailer playing. It looks like you guys know what you're doing.
A lot of practice.
Yeah.
And when you say you guys, a lot of it's Dave and Bryant Maynard, and they're kind of the two guys that really, made the movie.
Right.
And I'm far from the star. I'm a featured person.
You feature player, and what is your? Oh, I know. That's Eddie P.
Eddie P is so up in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll bet he'd be good.
No, he's really hilarious in it.
Yeah. And now, so what's the premise of the movie?
It's about friendship.
Yeah.
Mostly,
Love. Compassion.
No, not so much. Not so much.
Yeah.
It's mostly about friendship and just kind of like the new aesthetic of youth today.
Right.
There's a friend that is in a coma.
Okay.
And I'm really, boiling this down. This is the bare bones of it. And these friends make a bet. And the bet is for a certain amount of money to help their friend get out of the coma.
Okay.
So it's about a journey. It's about a life experience. It's about a summer.
Oh, there you go. I just saw you hit some, what was that, a watermelon?
That was a apple.
Apple.
It was a wonderful Gallagher scene.
You're very photogenic.
Really? Thank you.
You gotta, some people don't have a good look for camera. You come across you're very handsome on camera.
I do take up a lot of camera. That's true. I certainly do pull your eye towards me whenever I'm on the screen.
Oh, I just saw a woman. There's a woman in the movie.
There's a couple of women, Dan.
Is there any nudity?
Yes.
Of
as a
women?
matter of fact. Huh?
Of women?
Of women, woman.
Are you naked in the movie?
I am not.
No?
No, I tried.
I've seen you naked once.
Have you?
Yes. I actually...
Really, Dan?
This is the truth. I have. I've seen Alice naked.
Awkward.
No, I don't. It's not awkward.
No, I'm sure.
You guys were doing your show in there naked one day.
Oh, that's right.
Was it Bob and Mark and you?
Yeah, it was Bob Mark when I was producing
were
those
they
guys
naked
in the
too?
morning. Yeah, it was like naked DJ day.
Yeah. So I opened the door, and there's three naked dudes.
It's all right. I have so many folds that he really couldn't see anything.
And you were the one that stuck out to me. I thought, wow, that's
with
Alice.
a rack like this, Dan.
And what was the purpose of doing the show nude? I don't remember.
Come on, let's talk about the movie. I don't remember. Why do anything on radio? It was just to get ratings, probably. Try to get some buzz going.
I don't understand.
Hey, these guys are doing the show nude.
I don't understand why that would make people listen, though.
Because it's theater of the mind, and we look so much better in people's minds
on the radio
than in the reality of it. And so, in all honesty, we could have done the show clothed and just said that we were doing it naked, but... those guys really, they still do. They take it above and beyond the Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And
they're committed.
We we showed the full Monty on the radio.
There you go. My suspicion is, and I shouldn't, this is probably not accurate because I've never seen a film that aired or ran in the Anchorage Film Festival, but my suspicion is that the vast majority of the films that you'll see at the Anchorage Film Festival are pretty bad.
Well, what do you consider a bad movie?
Something that I wish would end.
Uh-huh. Like, do you get bored easily?
I get bored in the main theater.
Okay.
So, 10% of the movies I watch at the big screen.
What movies do you like? Do you like The Godfather?
Oh, of course.
All right, well, you're not going to see The Godfather at the Anchorage International Film Festival. Your standards are far too high already.
But I've seen lower budget movies that were good.
Like what?
What's Juno?
Juno?
That was low
movie.
budget, wasn't it?
Yeah, relatively speaking. That was still a couple million, though.
Oh, was it?
And for the Beekeepers...
Yeah.
Now, you've seen a few seconds of the trailer.
Yes.
And that's pretty much what the whole movie looks like, just aesthetically wise.
I have no problem with the way it
was
looks.
made for about $3,000.
Wow. If the dialogue is snappy and entertaining and fun, then I think that could be a really good movie. But, boy,
it's going to be entertaining. It's, you know, like if
Isn't it hard to write, though? Isn't it hard to really come out with a script that really, you know, is entertaining and
Sure.
keeps your attention? And
Absolutely,
develops
absolutely.
characters.
And that's what Bryant, who wrote the script and directed the movie, along with Dave, who directed as well, is he kind of curbs your enthusiasm about it. Like, he writes a script. He wrote out a whole script, and then we would take it scene by scene, and he'd say, all right, you see those lines?
Yeah.
Make it better.
Yeah. See, now, to me, the best thing that's ever been on television is Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Love it. Love that show.
And the reason is because Larry David is brilliant, and the people around him are brilliant.
He has a great sense of comedic timing.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And he'll write an outline, like you say, and then he'll let
It'll be 5 pages for a whole half-hour episode.
And then he'll let the actors just be themselves, and it's just so well done. It's relaxing to watch. You don't feel like somebody's performing. You feel like you're actually watching two people in a conversation.
Yeah. And that's pretty much what the Beekeepers is trying to go for.
So
now,
it's
I'm not saying it's gonna be the greatest movie you've seen. It's definitely gonna be worth $8. And a lot of the other movies at the Anchorage International
But a lot of
Film
them,
Festival.
a lot of them suck.
I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of them.
How many have you seen?
Well, I've seen Beekeepers. Sorry, you got me.
That's the only one you've seen.
I've seen the one I was in. You know.
You've never seen a film in the Anchorage Film Festival.
I've seen films that were submitted for competition within the Anchorage International Film Festival.
And how were they?
They were very good. As a matter of fact, the 5-day quick freeze film competition that I was in a couple movies for, those were the best movies submitted to a film competition that I've seen.
Are you a predominant local actor?
No. I have a good personality, and I have friends that make movies, and they want me in them. I don't really audition. I think that now I've kind of had the taste for this, and I think that it's something that I wouldn't mind trying, since we're giving those tax breaks to a lot of other filmmakers from outside of the state. Like, hey, I wouldn't mind.
Do you have to be from outside?
No. Well, no. When you're making a movie here in Alaska, they're giving you tax breaks, and I think just a lot of people, like the X-Files was shot in Canada for so many years because they had so many great tax breaks, and it was just cheaper to film there. So you don't have to be from outside to get those tax breaks. If you want to make a $1 million movie, they'll hook you up too.
Yeah. Talking to Alice from K-Well, also he's a local thespian.
What'd you call me?
Would you like to ever produce and direct your own movie?
I produce, no. Direct, perhaps. I do have some like YouTube videos, but I mean, I would so be at the ground floor. They would be so awful. And the thing about Scarface Productions, which is the production company, the group of people that makes the Beekeepers, Thursday, 8 p.m., is this is the 4th feature-length film that they've made. Wow. And this is by far the best movie that they've produced.
But, you know, if they would take out all the foul language, wouldn't they, maybe they could air it on Channel 5 or Channel 4 or cable?
Well, yeah, but then it's, you know, say what you want to say. Like, why censor yourself and what you want to do if that's just the kind of people that we are?
But if you can get
we're
more
overall offensive people, and sometimes it's not really all about how many more people will see it. It's just doing it and making yourself feel good about making it.
But you want more people to see your work, don't you?
Well, sure, but I think that we'll save that for when filmmaking becomes a job. Right now, it's still
fun.
Film, it's still art, it's still a pleasure to do. It's in its basics, and for me, it's a hobby.
522-0750. Casper, you're on with Alice.
Good afternoon, Dan. How's it going, Alice?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for asking.
Good to hear. Hey, I wanted to give you mad props for the 24-hour film creation. I noticed you in there and said, "That's Alice!"
Yeah, there was a 24-hour film competition about 2 weeks ago. And,
yep, I saw that.
Yeah, I was in a movie called Tea Party. It was
did a darn
weird.
Good job.
Yeah, it was weird.
Was it about
Dan.
the Tea Party?
It was not about it. It's about a tea party.
Not the current Tea Party.
No real political undertones, but if you want to look at it like that, there could be.
Oh, okay. A little subtlety.
Just to let you know, Dan, it's my second year at the AIFF. Last year I was gung-ho, went to like 38 different movies, and out of 38, 10 of them were top-notch, and 2 of them were worth seeing.
So, wait, 38 were top-notch and 2 were worth seeing?
No, 10 movies were top-notch movies.
Okay.
Okay, at least you didn't feel like you wasted your time at them.
Okay.
And it wasn't 38 movies, it was 38 separate events. 'Cause a lot of the events are short movies, like 10, maybe 5-minute clips,
Right.
maybe 2-minute clips. And those are really neat, because you never know what you're going to get in that ball of wax.
Yeah.
And then, out of the whole shebang, probably 10 of them were worthy, and 2 of them were must-see movies. The Russian movie last year was just phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then this year, I can't remember the name of it, but it led you to believe that it was some sort of zombie takeover or something.
Yeah.
And it ended up being aliens at the end of it. It's almost a must-see movie. It's pretty interesting.
Well, so it's a hit and miss thing, but when you hit, it's a good one, huh? Have you seen Beekeepers?
I have not yet. I've got my movie pass. I'm planning on it being a winner, so I kind of waited to see it.
You going to go Thursday?
Oh, yeah. I always go to the awards festival.
Okay. Well, and Thursday there's another screening of it at 8 p.m. at the Beartooth.
Craig, you're on with Alice.
Hey, I did see that Beekeeper movie on Saturday night.
Yes.
And it was just like a laugh out loud.
Is that right?
Just riot. If you see a good comedy and you got a good audience for it, the whole crowd is just going crazy.
Yeah.
And that was my experience on Saturday night. Really.
How would you rate Alice's performance?
I don't know who he played in the movie.
He's who'd you play?
Just the guy. I was the guy that smashed the apples. I had the beat poetry in the.
And you got blood all over yourself.
I have blood all over myself at the end.
Right. He was great.
Yeah. Well, I was wonderful. Thank you. And please come out to the movie. Like Mel Brooks says, comedy with an audience is the way to see it. He said it a little bit more eloquently than I just did. I paraphrased.
Yeah, Dan, I would recommend seeing that on Thursday night.
I'm watching the trailer here. It looks pretty funny.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Craig. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Craig. That was nice of you to say.
So what's your next project?
I have none as of right now.
Yeah.
And when it rains, it pours. And I just kind of have friends that make movies, and they have the equipment and the will and the way and the organization. And when they want me around, I'm there. As a matter of fact, I was working on something. I was working on a script with Dave. Dave, who called up earlier. He's a really good friend of mine.
And what's his last name? Well, we had him on the show. He told us. I forget his last name.
Okay, well, if he told you.
Yeah, I think he did. Maybe he didn't.
I don't know. Dave.
Yeah.
We'll just call him Dave.
Okay.
And
is he one of these underground guys that everybody's after or something?
No, absolutely not. I just,
Yeah.
He likes to keep his Eminem.
Right.
And we're working on a movie called Fat Baby Asylum 3D, It's going to be fun. It's supposed to be fun, and it's going to be a 3D movie, but not shot in 3D at all. Just a bunch of stupid 3D gags where people are just kind of pressing a button and it's just the finger hooking the camera.
What are you doing Thursday night?
No plans.
You want to go see Beekeepers?
Are you going to go see Beekeepers?
I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I could see Alice being a pretty good thespian. I think it'd probably be pretty good.
And so Dave Turnbull produced it.
Yeah.
And he's probably going to be mad at me for talking about Fat Baby Asylum 3D because he likes to keep things quiet.
Down low.
I think love should be shared,
I'm with you on that, man. Well, I'm if I come, will you autograph something for me?
I will autograph something from you. I will hold your hand through the whole movie. I will get you the best seats in the house.
Okay.
I will treat you like a rock star.
And they serve food there, too, don't they?
Fantastic food. I'm not going to get you any food, though.
No? Okay. Alice, always a pleasure.
Hey, is that it? I wouldn't mind staying longer, but...
we're out.
This is a real radio show. I got to go play rock jock down the hall.
Great seeing you, Alice.
Yeah.
Congratulations. The Beekeepers, Thursday night.
8 p.m.
Bear's Tooth.
$8.
$8 to get in.
Worth every penny.
And you get to meet Alice. You'll be there in person.
I will be, but there's going to be a lot more important and people that are there. Watch for Joey Weaver playing Dale in The Beekeepers.
Okay.
Best performance, and Grover, John Grover.
Our friend Grover?
He is the star of The Beekeepers.
Grover?
Grover is
the star. Do you know
star.
that San Juanita and I once went to an arena football game with Grover?
Really?
He won a ticket.
Isn't he hilarious?
He's one of the funniest guys I ever met.
He is the star, Dan Fagan.
He doesn't call the show anymore. He used to call all the time.
I think he's working right now or something like that, and he's very dedicated to his job.
He's a brilliant kid.
He is a man-fastic.
Yeah, he's amazing. How old is he, by the way? 30?
No, I think he's like 27, 28.
Okay.
But he is the star of the movie. He wrote most of his own dialogue.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I got to go see it now.
All right.
And
I'll see you there.
Tell our friend Grover. Will Grover be there?
Grover will be there.
Oh, we got to go Thursday, Shannon. I mean, if Grover's in it,
Grover's in
it. Alice, thank you. Appreciate it. We'll take a break. Stay with us.